This is a video on how to use the absence request and report forms online. So the first thing you need to do is go to your web browser and go to the HTC Technology website, which I created a tiny URL for that, so you don't have to type in a big long thing, and that's tinyurl.com/HTC Technology, and it'll take you to this page. Then you need to click on this tab here that says Teacher Forms. And there you'll see the absence request and report form. So the reason for this form is it makes it a lot easier for you. It's less hassle. You don't have to be at school to turn it in. You can fill out this form as long as you have internet access. And it will also send you a copy of what you filled out, and it'll send an email to Michael so that he can see it and then approve or disapprove, whatever. And it also puts all the data from everyone who's requested an absence in a Google spreadsheet, so that's easy to view. So it's really nice, really helpful, and it saves paper. So anyway, if you click on the link, it'll take you to the form. And if you're not signed into your Holy Trinity Schools account, it will take you to a sign-in page to do that. And if you're already signed into a different account, you will have to get out of this and then sign out, and then come back to the link, and then it will let you sign in. Or you can sign in before you hit the link. But you have to be signed into your Holy Trinity Schools one. It's only shared with our school. So on this form, you have all the same spaces to fill out as you did on the actual form, most of them. So I'll fill this out like I'm going to have an absence. So put in your full name, and the form might change a bit. I might do it where first and last are in different fields so that we can organize it another way by last name. And then fill out another form if you have more than one date that you're going to be absent, just because it was kind of difficult to get that to work here. So I'm going to say I'll be gone on Tuesday. If you have an extended period of time you're going to be gone, you might want to do a physical form. Hours absent. For a full day, put 8:15 to 3:10, and I think for a half day, maybe till 11:30 or noon. I'm not sure. We'll have to check with Michael on that one, and I don't know what you have done in the past. Or if you're going to be on the second half of the day, obviously do 11:30 to 3:15 or 3:10. And then the reason for absence, for the death in the family one, you need to indicate the relationship just like you were to on the form, but you'll have to do it in this comments section. Otherwise, you've got your other ones here. So I'll just say I'm taking a personal day. And then you do not have to click send me a copy of my responses, because I've already got it set up to do that. So it'll send you everything that you filled out. And then I will hopefully get this set up so it'll send it to Mindy too, so she can keep up to date the number of days you've taken off. But it has to be approved by Michael first, so I'm not sure on that one yet. So then I'm going to hit submit. And then you can go back and edit your response, but after you leave this, you won't be able to edit it. So if you had wanted to cancel it, you'd have to just contact Michael on your own using email or whatever. So it will email you, and that's what that ding was my phone telling me I got an email. So I'm going to get out of this and go to my email here. And then as you can see, the title says absence request submitted. And so you click on it, it says your absence request has been recorded, but note that it does not mean it has been approved, and you'll be notified when it has been. So that'll just be Michael notifying you. And then it has all the information you submitted. It tells you when you submitted it. So it tells me the date and time that I submitted this, my username, so the email, my name, the date I went absent, the hours, and why, and then any comments. So that's what it sends to me. It'll send a similar email to Michael telling him what you put in there. And then that's how you will submit your absence request. And I will show you what it'll look like in the spreadsheet, and you will not have access to this spreadsheet. But in this spreadsheet, it shows who, and ignore all this up here, but it'll show who has requested an absence. So this was Michael just testing it out, and this is me testing it out. It has all this data so they can easily be organized by teacher, by type of absence, etc. So that's really nice to have that just electronically. And that's it. That's how you use the electronic form. So please start to use that. And if you have any questions, you can let me know. Thanks. This is a video on how to use the Student Discipline Report form, the Google form online. So again, hopefully if you've watched the other video, if not, I'm going to run through the same steps here. Go to my tiny URL to get to my website. So that's tinyurl.com/HTC technology, and you can see it's popping up for me. And then go to Teacher Forms and scroll down to Student Discipline Report form. So again, the reason for this form is it's easier on you, it's less of a hassle, and it's easier to keep track of documents so we don't have a bunch of papers somewhere, but it's an online form. It gets saved to a spreadsheet for everyone, and it's really easy to access and just keep records of things. And you also have the option of sending it to a parent. So if you want to get the parent signature or, well, just let the parent know and give them a copy of it, you have that option to do that. So when you come here, you just click on the Student Discipline Report form. Again, if you're not signed into your Holy Trinity Schools account, you'll have to do that, or sign out of any one you already signed in for. And if you're already signed in to a different account, you'll have to X out and come back to it. It doesn't allow you the option of switching accounts. So once you get back here, this is the form you'll see, and you'll type in, I have this in different fields so that we can easily sort them. So by first name, or we'll want to sort it by last name. So that's why I did that as well for the teachers. I did first and last name separate. So we're just going to do just a John Doe. I'm just going to fill it out like I had a discipline report, and then you choose the age. I'm going to say John's a junior, and then put your name there, and then your class period whenever you have them. So I'm going to say 2A, and then what date it occurred on. And so if you just click this down arrow, it'll take you to a calendar, which is easier. So I'll say it happened on Friday, and then reason for referral, talking during class, asked repeatedly to stop, and he did not. So whatever reason you have, and the action taken, took student in the hall to talk to and inform that a discipline report would be filled out 10 minutes after school with me as a detention or whatever. And then, does the student know if the form is being submitted and the reason as indicated in the form? So just say yes or no, and that'll count as your student signature, because that was a section on the physical form before. And so we can say yes. And then, would you like an email copy of form to a parent or guardian? I'm going to go ahead and say yes, and I'm going to put, and then if you answered yes, you need to put the email there, otherwise it's not going to send it to anybody. So if you do not, if the email you put is bad, it'll send, since I created this form, it'll send me an email telling me that it didn't work, and then I can let you know. But otherwise, just make sure you type in the email right, and the parent should get a copy of it. I'm going to put in my email so that I can show you what it looks like. So I'm going to put that. And then again, you don't have to send me a copy of my responses, because I already have it set up to do that. It should send you all of that. Would you like, okay, and then that's it. So then you hit submit. And then again, you can edit your response or submit another response, but after you leave this page, you will not be able to edit that response again. Now I'm going to get an email. I should get an email about this. And it's taking a second here. Okay, in my email now, you can see it says Student Discipline Report, and you click on that. It says your Student Discipline Report for John Doe. It'll say your student was submitted and tell you when you submitted it. And it gives you all the information that you put in there. Your reason, action taken, is the student aware, did you email the parent? So this will also give you proof that you have emailed the parent. I'll put the parent email there to show what you had entered. So if you entered the wrong email, you can show the parent, well, it didn't get to you, but I did try to send it to you. So you'll get that email, and then again, Michael will get an email saying that there was a discipline report filled out for this student by this teacher, and so he'll get all that information as well. And then you had the option of emailing it to the parent, and so I'll show you what the parent sees. So the parent will see an email from HTC and then a hyphen and then the teacher who submitted the student discipline report. So that allows them to know that it's coming from Holy Trinity and what teacher it's came from. So if you click on that, it says student report, and it'll say their child's name right in the subject line here. I'll say it right in the subject line. And then it says Lauren Booten, so it'll say the teacher submitted the following student discipline report. It says when you did it and for your student block, because there's parents that have multiple children at school, so they want to know what child you're talking about. It says the period, and then the reason for referral and action taken, everything that you filled out. If the student was aware, and was the parent emailed the copy, yes or no. I might also add a subject line here. Maybe they don't know what period 2A is or what teacher teaches what, so a subject. So that might change in the future, just that now that I see that. And now I'll show you again, it makes it really easy to organize this data by using this form. So this is the Google Doc, the spreadsheet that will show everyone who's entered something. And so what it'll allow me to do is, or whoever to do, is organize the data. So if I want to know teacher by last name, I'm trying to find a certain one, I can organize it, sort option. Oops. Okay, maybe I don't remember how to do that right now, but you can do that. So it just makes it so much easier and gives us a good record to keep instead of keeping a bunch of papers. So please use this form, and if all else fails, you can use that physical form. But we're really trying to transition to become paperless and save that paper. So please use it if you can. Thanks.